Alright, got some heads here to look at. Somebody out there might be interested in what a pair of these actually look like. These are 215cc intake runner, 59cc chamber, CNC ported Speedmaster heads. That's the first pair of Speedmaster heads I ever bought. So let's go back in time a bit. Speedmaster got a bad rap back in the day. It used to be called Pro Comp. They were the first import heads, like in the late 90s, I believe, when they hit the scene. I've been building these fucking engines for 40 something years now, since the early 80s. So I've watched a lot of changes come about with this shit over the years. And I remember when these hit the market, I put a couple of pairs on engines for other people. I didn't trust them because I was researching them and shit, and was hearing a lot of horror stories and people dropping valve seats, fucking breaking off the valves and blowing up their engine, or ports not lining up to a conventional intake, bolt holes being off or not even fucking tapped. Just a bunch of dumb shit. That was about 25 to 27 years ago. And they sold other shit. And I fucking saw some dude was handing out some Star Performance catalogs at a car show back probably about 2000 or so. And I took it and I bought a few items out of it. Just miscellaneous shit. And most all of it was satisfactory, especially for the price. But I didn't buy no fucking heads or nothing. I was still wary of them. But I did buy some rocker arms from them. And them fucking, they were like red aluminum roller rockers. They look like roller rockers you would see like back in the 70s, early 80s and shit. But they were made out of some fucking trash fucking aluminum that was contaminated as hell and weak. And I got them fucking rocker arms. I got them cheap, but I got them. They come in a shitty little thin box. And they were all thrown in there, standing up on end. And take them out of the box, and hell, like 4 or 5 of the motherfuckers, where the pin, they pushed the pin in for the roller on the end of the rocker arm, it cracked the fucking housing. So they were already fucked as soon as I took them out of the damn box. So that did it for me. I wasn't ever going to buy shit from them again. That was about 25 years ago. And I've been actively fucking with this shit every year. I do my homework. I research the fuck out of this shit, and have since the 70s. But they had such a bad reputation, they had to fucking, I guess they ran out of people to fuck. You know, you can only fuck so many people before you run out of customers. So they either had to go out of business or they had to fucking do something different. So they changed the name, which Speedmaster was the name, and I guess Pro Comp was just a line they were selling, because the Speedmaster name predated the Pro Comp actually. It goes back to like 79, and that Pro Comp shit hit the scene about 98, 99. But they dropped the Pro Comp name, and I guess they got different suppliers for shit, like the rocker arms and miscellaneous parts. And they're notorious for taking nice high dollar American shit and copying it, you know. They have no shame to their game, but they have copied a lot of nice American shit. But the manufacturing over there in the last 25 plus years has come a long fucking way. So it's gotten a lot better. Their heads have gotten a lot better. I bought a set of Speedmaster Oldsmobile heads last year on Black Friday, and I was amazed at the quality of them. How they look as good as about any fucking thing made, actually. And everything lines up, and everything is as it should be. So, no complaints there. So this year on Black Friday, I decided to take a chance. They were practically giving these fucking things away. You can only buy them bare, the CNC ported versions. I think you can get them in a 59cc chamber and a 64 and maybe a 70 or 69 or 70. But these are the 59cc. Make it easier to get that compression up without having to have a giant fucking dome. 59cc worked pretty good. So hell, they were practically giving them away. I paid $550 for these two bare heads. And the shit was so fucking cheap, I went ahead and sprung for the 7/16 screw-in studs. I think I paid like $10 fucking for them. And then I got the adjustable guide plates. I think I paid like $12 for them. And then I bought a set of the roller rockers, because I've noticed, I've seen a few people make some videos about their current day roller rockers, and they look a lot different than the ones I remember. They're not the same. So I went ahead and sprung for a set of them. I think I paid like I paid like fucking $690 for the heads, the guide plates, the studs, and these roller rockers. Man, the box is a hell of a lot better than that old shitty box they used to come in. And it's got a plastic tray and shit, like most all your decent rocker arms you buy would have. I have some Comp Ultra Gold roller rockers, and I swear these fucking things are identical. You put them side by side, they're the same fucking rocker arm. And I've heard Comp was using overseas shit these days. I think that's just more proof. I think these are the same rocker arms as the Comp Ultra Golds. These are rated to 650 pounds pressure. They'll take up like a 1.560 valve spring, no problem, on a small block. Got the clips on the fucking trunnions and shit. And they're fucking not broke pushing in the goddamn pins for the roller there. But these, compared to them old fuckers I bought years ago, these are worlds better. I mean, these literally look identical to my fucking Comp Ultra Golds. And like I said, they're rated to 650 pounds, and there's a whole lot of dirt trackers out there with claimer engines that are trying to get by cheap as they can and still make power. And there's shitloads of these things being used in them without failure. So in a limited use street strip type car, it'll probably last fucking forever. But them are way better. Which I got all this shit. It was, you know, I think I saved over $1,000 off retail price. It was like 60% off. So I fucking scored. Because this shit, it ain't as expensive as your comp shit, but you're like, fuck, $250 a set or so, normal price. So I paid $100 for them. So even if they ain't worth the shit, which I think they will be, I got fucking tons of roller rockers and shit, and these look very well made. And this shit has gotten better. I gotta fucking say, this Chinese manufacturer, and it ain't like they're a bunch of motherfucking rice farmers over there making rocker arms and shit. They got some, you know, hell, they got all the tooling and shit from America sent over there, and they're copying it and shit. But they've got their shit together. It's all, you can buy the cheapest shit they got and get junk, or you can spend a little more and get a pretty nice products. Hell, fucking scat cranks and shit are made in China. Eagle, many, about half AFR heads cores come from fucking China, along with others. I think them new dark platinum heads are Chinese castings that are based on like an older AFR. But just because something's made in China don't mean it sucks. It did years ago for sure, because I've seen it with my own eyes, and I steered people away from Pro Comp and then later on Speedmaster. But I've been keeping my eye on this shit for years, and it has changed. These ain't even the same head casting cores. Them old ones were like 190cc, and around the valve guide in the bowl had this big old fat ass fucking lump. If they didn't flow, hell, they were lucky if they flowed what a stock Vortec head would flow. I've seen several different flow charts on these heads, from a low of they were like 287, and what the fuck was the exhaust? Might have been 210. I can't remember. And then I saw another that was 290, or no, it was 287, 219, and then another that was 294 and 212 exhaust. And then another that was 301 and 329 or 229 exhaust. But the last one had a 5-angle competition valve job done to it, which I'm gonna go drop these off with my dude, and he's a bad motherfucker, so I'm gonna get him to do a badass valve job on it, and maybe put a 208 intake valve in there. But 59 cc's, I don't think. I might take 6 thousandths off, make it an even 58 cc. So take 6 thousandths off and a 5-angle valve job. It'd be all the machine work I'm gonna do. And I'm running with I already have the valves in stock. I have some 200 long Del West 1/600 fucking exhaust valves, and then I have some 208 Ferreas that are 200 long, and I need to get about a 2-inch installed height to go with I'm using a big set of fucking PSI springs that need a 2-inch installed height. I'm gonna run a 630 lift solid roller cam with these heads. So if I can get them around 300 CFM and 229 on the exhaust, you can make some pretty damn good numbers on a 350 with that flow, with that bump stick. Probably run a Super Victor intake or strip dominator, whichever intake I have in stock that fits them the best. I believe the intake runners on there are about a 1207. They're pretty fucking good size. So I've got a 1207 Felpro intake gasket size, which I have a couple of intakes that are ported out to a 1207. One of them is a Super Victor Dominator intake. And these ain't your fucking grandpa's Speedmaster heads. They narrowed them guides down and shit, took all that big bump out of there. They're smooth. They come with a decent fucking valve job, but I think it could be better. I think my dude can make it better. He builds serious fucking late model dirt track engines and hardcore fucking dragster engines and mud boggers and truck pullers, and he's a pretty badass old dude. There's a little shadowing in there, but they're fucking, I could see these flowing 229 CFM. That's a pretty good size fucking port. You know, the guides are pretty well shaped, and it's CNC, so they're all exactly the fucking same. And they'll take I'm using a 1.560 diameter spring. So with a barium fucking spring locator. Take a peek at the bottom side. Got your CNC chambers. Plugs are riding kind of low in them chambers. You can't mill these much, which they probably milled them down to get that 59cc chamber. That's probably why that plug is so fucking, it's right there on that deck. It's fucking maybe 60 thousandths. So you could probably take 6 thousandths off of them and be alright, but I wouldn't want to give them a big cut. But 59cc is pretty small on a small block Chevy, so you can get some compression with that, no problem. Got them guides skinnied up. These are, I believe, nodular seats. Well, they got kind of a, oh, they're silver. It's just my lighting in here. Person could go in there with a cartridge roll and blend in the shadowing, but I think they mainly just made them all exactly the same. 215cc. They're all equalized. So they're not fully hogged out. Person could go farther. There's a pretty nice exhaust port. Yeah, it probably does have pretty substantial flow. This is the best way to buy these fucking Speedmaster heads. The CNC ported versions. They got a pretty decently thick deck on them. These are straight plug. They have them in straight and angle. But I bought them on Black Friday and these fuckers were going quick. I was wanting the angle plug, but they were out of stock. And these damn near were when I bought them. They were going fast. So I just went for the straight plug. Fuck it. And they're fucking... There ain't no excess threads hanging out there and shit. The chambers look pretty damn good. Nice and small. You can get fucking zero deck 350 flat top pistons with about 4 or 5cc valve reliefs and a 38 thick gasket with these heads. Be over 12.5 to 1, possibly 13 to 1. Do the math. big old fucking cam with them. They got a vortex bolt pattern too, which if you took a vortex style intake and ported it out rectangle shape, I guess you could use one, but the vortex heads have that funny port shape that's skinnier at the top than it is the bottom. So you'd want to port it out to a regular rectangle. Take a look down in there. Yeah, I think they'll make some power. It's the first pair of these fucking Speedmaster heads I ever bought. And these are about the biggest ones they sell, I believe. So, might as well get some of them there big ones, I reckon. I build a street strip 350. I think I can get at least 550 horse, maybe 575 with these units on a properly built oval track style 355, maybe more, maybe 600. We'll find out. But for the money, I couldn't fucking pass them up. Chinese or not, motherfuckers are just gonna have to get over that shit, cause they've been shipping all our fucking shit off since the fucking 1990s. And a lot of it ain't never coming back, so yeah, the old Chinese pro comp shit was fucking junk. Like I said, you buy it brand fucking new and it's already broke. But that was 25, 27 fucking years ago. And if you keep trying to sell shit like that, you're gonna run out of customers sooner or later. So they've gotten their shit together. There's fucking millions of these Speedmaster heads in use. People run them for years with no trouble. So it's been enough time passed that they're not as shitty now as they used to be by any means. So I'm gonna roll the dice with these motherfuckers and see what I can do with a pair. I think they'll make a pretty good head. They're 215cc runners. So, get 300 CFM with them. Theoretically, I could support 600 plus horsepower. So, we'll fucking find out. But I'm gonna give that engine the shit to make it happen. Big cam, big compression, big everything. But be like a dirt track 355 more or less. It's a good platform to base a 350 build on. But there they are, Speedmaster 215s.